Hello, everybody. My name is Jack the Wizard, and welcome back to the What's. I forgot the name. Hello.
How would you forget our podcast?
I don't know.
It's our first.
How am I that much?
Wow.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the What's the Deal podcast. I am your host, Jack the Wizard. Here is my co-host, Pryland. Very informative. And my other co-host, Andy.
Hi.
The other co-host could not make it
He's
because he's sleeping.
Yeah, he's the
Gay.
big gay. He's the big gay.
He's the big
Lazy
gay.
sack of crap.
Hold on, I'm gonna go put up my plate, okay? Made a podcast.
Uh,
I'm gonna put up my plate. Hold on, give me 1 second.
What are we gonna talk
Good
about?
job, idiot. We just started the podcast. It's our first episode.
Yeah, but what we talk about, man? My big lip. I got big lip. My brain not working.
Okay,
correctly.
first off, I think we need to address the elephant in the room.
My
Coronavirus. Coronavirus.
My penis.
How's it affecting you guys? Personally, it's affecting me a lot because I'm in New York. I have to go outside with a mask.
I don't
Actually,
go
I have my
outside.
mask right behind me.
Okay.
I know you don't.
I do go outside, chill, man. I walk around the sidewalk. Usually I do skates or whatever thing I can find. Listen to music. If I find people, I hide, and then I scream "Baba Fui, get the hell out of my way."
Wait. What was our topic? Sorry.
Coronavirus.
Oh, Corona.
Go, go,
Okay.
go.
How's it affecting you, Andy? Because I know in Florida it wasn't that bad there when I was there.
Oh, no.
Of course, we don't live in a city in Florida. We live in a more
Yeah.
southern area. But here it's really bad. Like, I don't even live in the main part of New York. I don't live in the city. And still, I have to go out. Legally, I'm obligated to have a mask on when I go outside.
I wish that was.
But I
like
mean,
that
I could
here.
still get. You know what's horrible?
What's horrible?
When I go outside, sometimes I want to go down the street and get some ices. You know, you have those icy places: Rita's, Ralph's, Kona, all those. You know them, right?
Mhm.
When I go outside to go pick up some icy, I have to wear my mask. So I can't eat my icy on the way back to my house. I have to wait till I'm at my house to eat it.
Good.
The stupid mask gets in the way.
Well,
and what am I supposed to do? Look like a gopher? Just lift up my mask and shovel it in through there?
If you're that desperate, yes.
Yeah. If you are that desperate, then you kind of have to.
Yeah, because then you don't want to die, dude.
I'll wait till I go home. I'll wait till I go home.
Yeah, and I wish Florida had those rules about the mask, because a lot of people really don't seem to care, and that's scary.
Oh no, here people still don't seem to care.
Oh, that's not good either. Okay.
No, yeah, even worse. There's people on the beach constantly.
Yeah, there's old
There's
people here. on the
everywhere
golf course.
around
Old
here.
people.
There's like,
Yeah, old people everywhere. I see. Okay, the thing is,
dude, the
when I
old
walk
people were
around-
the people who weren't concerned.
I know.
It's so dumb.
I know, but when I walk around, I see it's weird. When I tell them not to do this, they do it. Because then I see these huge groups of like 15 to 20 people talking to each other, and they're all over 65 years old. And I'm like, wow.
Dude, it's ridiculous. Groups of old people who usually aren't together are meeting up. The people who should be concerned about this the most, since they're the most,
Vulnerable.
yeah, are just chilling out playing golf. It's stupid.
I know.
I mean,
It's
that's
horrible.
Shiva dumb.
Have you guys ever played golf?
I hate golf.
I do. I played the mini golf. I played the mini golf.
My mom plays
never
a
played
lot of
golf.
golf. She actually got into golf after she retired from the Rockettes. So she got into golf, and because my other mom said that we should try to do a sport, try and get something that we can play together. So they got into golf. My other mom said it was going to be like watching grass grow. Then she became really into golfing. So, Sebastian's been to my house before, you know. We have there's a giant golf course behind it because it's a gated community and there's just a golf course throughout the community.
Yeah.
So, my mom does a lot, she golfs a lot. And in turn, when I was really little, my mom would need to bring me somewhere. She would need to monitor me. So she would bring me on her golfing trips, and I would be in the back of the caddy, or whatever it's called, and I would just be, like, shoved up against two golf bags, just chilling there, because that's what was comfortable.
Yeah.
I really hated the act of actual golfing.
Yeah.
There's certain areas, though, places, where you can go on certain levels and just shoot balls. Like, you can just golf off into the distance. It takes out all the boredness of golf. I went to one place once. Dude, I don't even know, but they had some great s'mores. Like, they served s'mores, and the marshmallows were whipped with chocolate. It was amazing.
Ooh.
Honestly. It was so good. I couldn't believe it.
The
But I shot some stuff there, and then I came back home. I never really go golfing. I guess mini golf might entertain me every so often, but that's like the extent. And even then, there's much better things I would rather be doing.
Yeah.
I mean, take it like this. Would you rather go to a trampoline park or an amusement park, or would you rather go to a golfing area or a mini golfing area?
I'd rather go to mini golf because I hit the balls as hard as actual golf and they fly towards cars, and I like that.
I've never played golf before. So
That's very
I don't know
irresponsible.
how I can relate to this conversation.
Oh yeah,
Like,
don't worry.
You haven't?
My little brother swung one of
You're
his,
not missing
golf
out on
sticks.
much.
Yeah, like when
You're not missing
my
out
little
on
brother
much.
swung his golf stick thingy, and he hit me in the neck and in the face. It was really nice. I bled everywhere, which was really cash money. So and then I started crying a little bit. My little brother started feeling bad, so then I did it to him.
Feeling mad? He was mad.
Wait, Pearlin,
he was
aren't
like,
you, like, 6'4"?
why aren't you taking it
6
like a
foot?
man?
I'm 6 foot. Yeah, he swung that thing as hard as he can and hit my face, and I'm like,
Oh my
wow.
god, yeah. For a teenager, he's really tall. And
I'm
I'm like said to be really tall for my age too. He's like a giant.
Baba Fui.
Wait, Jack, how tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
I'm 5'9".
Wow, you're
Ah, midget.
I'm supposed to just make it to 6 foot, and then I'm gonna stop growing.
I'm supposed to make it to 6'4".
6'4".
I'm
Oh,
gonna-
damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going until I want to. I won't stop.
Sebastian, you're gonna make it to 6'9".
That's my goal, actually. Not even joking.
I know.
No, okay, so I was.
That
talking to
shouldn't
some
be
of
your
my-
goal
some of my
because
friends, right?
once you get to a certain height,
Okay.
like your structures in your body become too small for you. I've known people who have had like certain diseases, so as they grew, their structures in their body would become way too small, and they would have to have vital surgeries.
Okay.
I knew a guy who actually died from that.
Okay,
It was-
mate. I don't have a
What's that?
disease. I'm just tall.
I know, but like being tall, the more you grow, the more you gotta think: is my body is the rest of my body growing with it, or is my height just growing rapidly? Because at one point, your lungs could become too small for you because they do grow, but they don't grow as major as other stuff. Like
okay.
it can become pretty serious.
Okay, but I don't have a disease.
So I hope you reach 6'9".
I don't
Apparently,
have disease though.
how do
Sex
you not- how do
number,
you know
funny.
That if you have a disease or not.
Because I
How do you
went to
know?
the doctor.
Well,
multiple
there's
times.
symptoms, and yeah.
But I go to the doctor
For his
multiple
height,
times.
I feel like they would have for his height though. I feel like they would have run a million tests to make sure he doesn't have this disease.
A million
You know
tests.
what it was?
I'm not a freaking
Yeah.
freak of nature, mate. I'm not a freak of nature.
No, but you're freakishly tall.
But not
for
a
your
freak of
age.
nature. I'm not freaking the tallest man in the world. Like when he was 10 years old, he was already 6'5".
Okay, wait. Okay, Jack.
You're
Jack.
pretty close.
Okay, I don't know if you've ever experienced this. I don't know if you've ever talked to people about this, but like, why do girls like why is this? It's more of a it's more what's the word fuck.
I don't know.
Just okay, it's more of a stereotype. There you go, stereotype where people say
Ah.
that girls like guys who are 6 foot and up, and people who are 6 foot and under are short. How do you feel about that, Jack? How do you feel about that? Do you think that's true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I do feel like at some point height does matter because you don't want a midget to like. What's a midget gonna do?
Yeah,
I
who
mean,
knows?
you got freaking Ricky Berwick humping you. That's just ugh.
That's
We got
true, 'cause I
Mr.
was sorry.
No, you talk.
I was talking to my friend, and then I asked her, "Would you prefer a boyfriend that's tall or short?" And then she said, "I'd prefer one that's tall, because I don't want to like have an awkward hug, you know."
Yeah, I would prefer one that's
Yeah.
tall.
Wait, you prefer a boyfriend that's tall? Wait a minute.
No, I would
wait,
prefer
wait.
a girl who's taller.
No.
I mean, I don't know. Like in some aspects, as long as she's not under 3 foot, I guess.
I mean, I'm into
Yeah.
short girls. I'm into short.
I mean,
girls.
I'm into short girls.
I got
too,
a problem.
mean-
Everyone's shorter than me. That's my problem. I literally can't find anyone the
I
same
don't really
height.
care about the height as long as she's not like the Empire State Building compared to me, and as long as she's not like a freaking golf ball compared to me.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. I'll never date a girl that's taller than me. If she's taller than me, I'll instantly want to die. Like I can't. I have this thing that I want to be the tallest in the school, or at least in my
Yeah, I
grade.
know. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back because I gotta go put my stuff in the hanger.
So I was the tallest for like a
You
year
were?
in the 6th grade. I was like 5'7" and everyone was like 5'5" and 5'4".
Yeah.
And everyone had their growth spurt. And then I ended up making it to 5'9", and my friends like got an inch taller than me. So like it
Wait,
was so pissy because I was like, damn.
Yeah, I know it happens. I have growth spurts like every year, and it's at sometimes I grow like 2 inches, other times I grow like 6. Like 1 year, I remember being like I remember measuring myself, and then over the summer, I grew like 5 inches or something. I'm like, what the hell? It was scary.
Like my growth spurts are starting to become smaller now for me.
They are. Yeah, the older you get, the smaller they are. But like, I'm gonna keep growing. I mentally I keep telling myself, grow, grow, grow. That's just what I do, and it works out for me for some weird reason.
For me, like kind of for me too, because like I grew an inch from a year, and that kind of scares me because that makes me feel like, oh, this is my last one. Damn.
Your last one. No.
Yeah.
You don't stop growing till you're 20 or 22 or
Really?
somewhere like that. Yeah, you don't stop. You might be a lot less, like growing a lot slower, but like you don't stop growing until then.
No, yeah. That makes sense.
Sorry, I'm back.
Hey, mister.
What did I miss?
We're talking about tall.
Yeah, height.
Tall.
Uh,
Tall. You're tall.
Speaking of that, do you guys have any childhood stories?
Oh, I do.
Ah,
I do.
yeah. Go ahead,
Okay.
go.
Okay, so this is like my first introduction to music, right? And like my mom bought me a ukulele, telling me it was a guitar. So we go to her job, which is like this washroom, and she's like, "Here, you see that dog? I want you to play a song for that dog." And I start going at it with that.
You
ukulele,
just
right?
smashed the ukulele
Yeah, I
on
grabbed
the
the
dog's
headstock.
head.
I grabbed the headstock, and I just like, boom, and I smash it, bro. I smash it, and it like there's pieces all over the floor, and my mom looks at me and she's like, "What did you
What
do?"
a mistake! What a mistake!
And I
Should've
was like,
never
"Mom, I
had
need a
this
new
child."
ukulele. Buy me one, please."
No.
I mean, a ukulele's so good, honestly.
Yeah.
The smaller music communities on YouTube, I watched a lot of their videos, and Emma Noodle, do you know who she is?
Nah.
She's a cover artist on YouTube who plays like a lot of really rocky songs, but on a ukulele, so it kind of chills you. It was really nice. Personally, I've seen a lot of people who have a ukulele and a guitar. So in that situation, I would have kept the ukulele instead of smashing it on the dog's head. But hey.
I didn't smash it on the dog. I smashed it on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to hear a good one from me?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this one should be pretty interesting. I think I might have told this one to you, actually, Sebastian.
Ooh.
So, when I was, like, this was back in pre-K. This was when I was really little, years ago. Well, no, this was right before I started pre-K. So, what ended up happening was we were planning to go to the pre-K school. The summer was happening, and my mom wanted to get me potty trained. So, my neighbor bought this specialty potty, or this specialty toilet, that whenever you pee or poop in it, it gives you stickers. So me, being the little like rebel with the tattoos on, I went over to the sink, poured myself a glass of water, and splashed it in the toilet so I could get all the stickers.
Wow.
Million IQ play
There we
from
go.
a freaking 2-year-old.
I got can I tell one of the stories that I had as well?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Okay, this is about me getting hurt badly. There was this swing set at my old school in elementary, and every kid hung out there. So I remember swinging back and forth around.
And you kicked a kid. Oh.
No. I felt like I almost died. I was going back and forth, and the swing started going extremely high, and then we were playing to jump off the swings, and then I did it multiple times. And the last one, I got caught on the swing, and I face planted into the ground. And I completely like burned. I actually like blacked out completely. And I for like a couple minutes, and all my friends thought I was dead. Then another, and I have so many stories of me almost dying. Like another time, a car
I've
almost
never
hit me.
broken a bone in my body or blacked out.
Yeah, another time,
Actually, no, I have done something similar to breaking a bone.
Really?
I'll tell that after you finish yours.
Yeah. Another time, in California, I was in cause all the streets are crazy with cars, right?
Yeah.
So, I was walking in this huge car. I'm actually like traumatized by this. This huge car with a woman inside. She told me to pass, but the light didn't tell me to. But then I listened to her. My mom said, "Hey, come back." I'm like, no, but she let me, and so I kept walking. And then my mom heard an engine coming in really quickly, like loud. And then she told me.
Oh, you ran in front of a car?
Yeah, and then and then from the side, my mom told me to back up like extremely loudly as a scream, and I took one step back because I didn't know what was happening, and a sports car, zoomed past the front of my face, and kept going. I almost got hit by a car. That car couldn't have seen me.
The only time I was spanked was when I ran in front of a car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I ran in front of a car.
You were punished for running in front of a car?
Yeah, because I was an idiot and my mom told me not to go.
Okay,
and
that
I
makes
saw
more
like a
sense.
doggy and I go, "Oh, doggy!" And then luckily the guy stopped right before he hit me.
Yeah,
Dude,
Little
I've only gotten, I think, I've had 3 like parts where I almost got ran over, and it was kind of funny. One of them, I was 5. I was riding my bike, and like I was riding across the street, not even at the crosswalk, cause
yeah,
I think it was the barrio,
yeah.
and then I was
Barrio.
riding it, and then a car like comes out of nowhere, and then like that's the last thing I remember. I don't remember the whole thing. There were like 3 things, like there were 3 situations my brain made up to like finish the story, you know? One
Yeah,
of them was
that
my
happened.
neighbor came in and like picks me up and then moved me.
Yeah.
The other one was I biked off, and the third one was like the car just stopped right in front of me.
Oh, yeah, there's so many stories of like every person almost getting hit by a car.
I feel like everybody's almost
Yeah.
gotten hit by a
Yeah.
car. And if not that, like a horse or some.
Yeah.
Like everybody's almost always been almost hit by some type of carrier.
Yeah, but
Yeah, going back to the other near-death experience, the one that was like me nearly breaking a bone. When I was really young, my mom was having like a margarita party or whatever, and my other mom was monitoring me, making sure that I don't kill myself. In that, I was a big fan of balloons, and I mean, I was like, balloon! I would hug them and hug them and hug them. At one point, I jumped onto a balloon, it popped, and I fell from like a immediate distance and hit the floor. In that, my head split open around my eye. It was
that's nice.
like, yeah, I still have the scar. It's a purple scar. I can show it to you guys.
The man behind the slaughter.
After. Yeah. So what ended up happening was I hit the floor, my head split open, and my mom needed to rush me to the hospital. My other mom had like, you know those things where you're supposed to get your child to sit on them and it's a little table for them to eat off of and all that crap?
Yeah.
You know that? Yeah, my mom was like strapped into one of those, so she was trying to drive with this on. And she was ludicrous about it. My other mom was holding me close to her so that way I don't bleed out anymore. Like, she was holding my head really close to her so that way the blood would stop gushing out.
Yeah.
We got to the hospital. None of the people could hold me down to, like, wrap me in. Because every time they would, I would, like, sneak out some way and do that. So my mom, for the surgery, laid on top of me in order for me not to move while they while they sewed my head back open.
Yeesh.
Yeah, it was pretty. I don't remember it since I was like 2.
Yeah.
But it was, jeez.
Yeah.
There are some stuff I remembered.
Horrible. Yeah. Like, there's so many. Why does everyone have these stories like, I almost died?
Oh, dude, I have some way weirder stories.
Because you have to imagine something. everyone has always had that chance of them almost dying, and if they don't, then that
Everybody's
means
had
they had
the
really
thought of
overprotective
dying.
parents.
Yeah.
Well, no, Sebastian has really overprotective parents,
Yeah.
and he's had that chance.
Yeah, like multiple times as a kid, I almost got like I used to run on the highway. My parents were strapped me down. They had those like monkey things on my back, those leashes for kids, and I would figure out and they would put me on one of those little carts, and my mom was talking to someone one time really quickly, and then in 2 seconds I jumped out of that thing and ran to the middle of the street on a highway. On a highway-like street. And I was almost hit by multiple cars. My mom had to run into the street to pick me up.
Crossy roads.
Yeah. I used to do that all the time. And my mom was... I used to scare the hell out of my mom, and I feel so bad for that.
No. One of the stories was when I was 9. I must have been like a year old or something. My mom had me strapped into a car seat in the back.
Yeah.
She was driving to wherever she was driving to, and I was just in the back of the car being the kid who doesn't want to be there. Well, luckily, I was a really smart kid. And when I say a smart kid, I was a rascal who had a brain too large for a baby. What I ended up doing was I somehow whittled my way out of the car seat lock. So I got out of the car seat. No, that's not what happened. I was too small for the car seat. So I climbed out of the car seat, and I was just in the trunk of the car. And my mom's driving, yelling, "Oh, God, I need to pull over." But she's on the highway, so she can't pull over. So she's just driving and driving and driving. And I'm just, like, in the back seat of the car. You're looking out and saying, like, "Ooh, cars." And all this. And my mom's panicking. She's like, "My kid's out of the thing, how can I pull over?" And she can't pull over, because if she pulls over, she's going to get run over, or she's going to get run into.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was,
scary.
I have a lot of stories about me being a genius idiot, or a genius rascal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Andy, do you have any, like, stories about that as well? About you almost, like, you know, more stories of near-death experiences?
I think I have like one.
Okay.
And I'm trying to like clearly remember it though, cause like it's my dad always like would take me out because he did antique sales. So like I would like be introduced to like these really old people, and like he would like rush me around town. So I've pretty much been all over Texas, right?
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It is.
Actually, no, that doesn't. You've almost been over all of Texas, like the worst place in America. Besides, like, 2 cities.
I mean, I think I almost got my hand cut off, but like that was like the only dangerous thing I've ever like heard from my parents. Because one of my dad's friends had this like handsaw. It wasn't a handsaw; it was like a saw. And I was like, "Whoa, that's so cool! I want to touch the blade." And as soon as I was about to touch the blade, and then like turns on, and then I pull my hand out, and like that was like the only close thing I've ever like gotten to like die.
You know what was really, really, really weird?
What?
When I filmed my bathing with 105 ducks video.
You did what?
I did a video. This was a while ago, and I'm thinking about making a sequel since it was such a good video. I might make a sequel someday. But back in the day, before I did all the content I did now, which was funny moments, montages from video games, I would post stuff that didn't really matter on YouTube. Like, I was a crap poster. I'm not going to say the actual word since... I don't know, I just don't find cursing intelligent.
Big brain.
But what ended up happening was, before I did all of those very funny kind of interactions that were much more inappropriate but still hilarious, I was just making quick Let's Play videos, and I was pressuring myself to get them out every single day. So there was one time where I actually tried to edit a really good video, and I thought it was going to be a really good idea. And honestly, I'm still proud of this video. The cuts were horrible in it, but it's such a representation of like childhood wonder, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing was whenever I would go on cruise ships, would try and win specialty ducks. Rubber ducks from those little stupid vending machines.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my neighbors would give me little rubber ducks because, what else are they going to do with them?
Yeah.
So I had total about 105 of them, and I ended up counting them. This was at the time where Jonah was trying to get into YouTube. J-Zap, Jonah, whatever. Yeah. He was trying to get into YouTube. He couldn't really record gaming content. So it was really up to me to record gaming content. So what I ended up doing was I filmed with my computer. It was this same computer. It was just, what's it called? It was before I had to get it all redone and all that.
Yeah.
I took my camera, and since I didn't have a normal camera to record with, and I basically made speed montages of me counting the ducks and putting them into the bag, and then I made another one of us throwing the ducks into the bath, and then I made another one filling the bath with water, and then I put all of the ducks in, and I just sat in the bath, and I was like, oh my god, I was so proud of myself. I felt so good. The bath was really hot, actually. I probably shouldn't have put it on full hot for the tap water. I think it was steaming in the room. And Jonah, it was really funny because he kept on dunking my head under the water and splashing me. And this was before I had done a face reveal or anything. Yeah. So when I was wearing a bandana that was not waterproof, I just had my normal head of hair on. And my hair, honestly, it's bad. I look like, how do I say?
Poo-poo.
I look like somebody from the 80s got ran over by a truck, and I love it, because that's my hair.
Got
So, I was, with my hair, that was covering most of my body. I had glasses on, and I was wearing, swim gear, full body swim gear. And I was in there, and then I was out of there. The actual ending of the video was a lot less interesting than the fun part of the video, and that was filming the video. I was so happy, though. Honestly, that really kindles true joy. I wish I could do another one with the bath that's next door here, but all my ducks are still in Florida, so I'm in New York now, so what am I going to do? Go back to Florida and pick them up? No.
Yes.
Yeah, go pick them up.
Go walk to Florida. Take a walk. Also,
speaking of that, Andy, are you planning on making gaming content?
No.
Just no.
I did. Yeah, no, I actually did have gaming content. When I really loved Minecraft, I would do these SG videos and freaking Sky Wars. I would do all these crazy things. I even had a 40-minute video of me and my friend doing a horror map.
Yeah.
I feel like you should do that again, just funny moments this time.
I might, but honestly, I do want to focus on music, because that's something I do want to get out first.
Okay, do knock off.
I probably do want to focus on music too.
Really? You do music probably?
I've been kind of retarded and ignoring my guitar, even though I love to play it.
Oh yeah, you play the guitar and your brother plays the drums. I forgot about that. I didn't think you were in the industry making your own music though. I thought you were trying to get the feeling of a guitar.
Nah, I want to start making my own music on my guitar.
That sounds awesome, dude. Honestly, maybe a collaboration, the end games of losers.
Jesus.
Dude, get Shiva to rap on it. Get Shiva to rap. No, get Phil to rap on it. Speaking of that, if you don't know, I have somebody who's very close to me called Phil, and we released a Twitter video of Andy playing Bad to the Bone while he basically sang about me having sex with Shiva's mom. It was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
And he was freestyling and everything in that session. I posted the one of him with the Bad to the Bone. It was so good. If you really haven't seen it yet, please go check out the podcast Twitter and go check out our personal Twitters. I'm at Jack the Wizard 1. Prylin is at Echo Intel, isn't it? What is it? Andy's at Deoxys underscore.
Bro, I don't even have a Twitter.
Yes, you do. I hate it when you do that.
No, wait, are we actually like plugging our things right now?
Yeah, I'm plugging your. Oh, Pryland is at PrylandYT. I'm at Jack the Wizard 1, and Dio is at Andy's at Deoxys underscore.
He died.
Rip, bro.
What happened to Andy? Is he dead?
Rip. I don't know. I honestly don't. Should I bring him back?
Maybe. Oh, is he dead? I
don't know. I'm bringing him back. Hope his Wi-Fi didn't go, because if his Wi-Fi went,
then they're recording.
Then we're kind of screwed.
Boys.
Andy!
He's ending the...
No! Come on, Andy. I'm gonna text him.
Oh, wait.
Where'd you go?
You okay, man? Oh, he has to fix up his mic.
Oh, he said, hold on.
Oh, no. Sorry. It's just I connected on my phone.
Oh.
Like, my Discord decided to connect me on my phone.
The big deal.
Okay. What else would be interesting? Of course, me and Pryland have our YouTube channel set up. Dio's planning to do music, right, Andy?
Mm-hmm.
Dio, Andy, the same person. Andy said he was going to try and set up a... Were you going to try and set up a Spotify, a SoundCloud?
I mean, it really depends. I might just start out on SoundCloud and YouTube. And if I do, like, get a fan base there, like, do a Spotify.
Do SoundCloud and YouTube. Those are two really good areas. Like, start out there. Of course, me and Echo's channel are in the description. I'm Jack the Wizard. He is Pryland. Or me and Sebastian's. Sebastian works a lot on his videos, actually. I mean, sometimes it can be excessive, some of the effort you put in.
It hurts me.
I mean, I remember watching some of your Modern Warfare content, and I was just amazed, like, how much effort you put in to this Modern Warfare video. The editing was insane. You were facial tracking. You were doing everything.
It hurt.
Blew my mind.
It takes me like 2 weeks, man. I got a school with this, so it wasn't very time. Everything. I can't.
Obviously, with mine, he does a lot more in-depth editing. I edit, but not as in-depth with facial tracking and all that.
Yeah.
I more so focusing on other things.
Yeah.
Wait, do you guys
like I edit focusing
on
Jack? Cutting the clips and having the clips be
what
funny.
do you want?
He more...
Oh, okay, sorry. I was waiting for you, Jack to finish.
Yeah.
So when I actually did do YouTube, I had a Gmod compilation video. Or not a compilation, but a whole Gmod video where me and my friends, we just raid a Gmod server, a military RP, and it has never been released. And I'm really tempted to finish it and release it.
Really?
Yeah, we really should do a new, like, revamped version, because, Sebastian, you have Gmod.
Let me check. I think I have to re-download it.
I have Gmod. Andy has Gmod.
I do.
Shiva has Gmod. I can try and get Essential into the project, and I could try and get Crazy into the project, and maybe even Cog.
Wow.
It would be fun. But, yeah, some of your content is really, like, high with the editing.
Very nice.
Sebastian.
The last video wasn't that.
Obviously, with mine, I focus more on the... Yeah. The last video you did was actually pretty funny. You said to me at one point that you were struggling with getting good clips because of the fact that all your clips... Don't use that for the banner.
What?
Don't use the one you posted for the banner.
Why not? It's funny.
Use my first picture.
But it looks
that
funny.
One looks horrible. Use the first
Jack,
one.
you look too serious, mate.
I like that one better, though.
Look at Andy. I want to use that, but it's only...
I like that Andy one.
Which one?
I like you. Come on, change mine back. I hate that.
Wait, which one? Dandy?
I like how Andy looks in the right now banner. None of you guys are gonna understand it. No, come on, change my.
But look, it's hilarious. You're a sad boy. Sad boy equal funny boy.
Yeah, but I don't like it. Change it back.
But it's funny boy. Funny.
Come on.
Like very funny.
I think Andy looks hilarious though.
funny.
Come on, change it back.
Funny though.
Sebastian.
Funny, man.
Whatever.
Funny.
Uh.
Ooga.
Okay.
Wait, so Jack, you want me to leave it like that? It's perfect though.
No, I want you to change
But it's
it back.
perfect.
I like how your face looks. I hate how mine looks. Like, change it back to the original for me. Shiva looks hilarious. Andy looks so stupid. We'll talk about the banner, by the way.
Poor Andy. He just joined it. It's like, Andy looks stupid.
No, Andy looks hilarious. I like how out of place he looks. Come on, change me back, though. That looks stupid.
Like, I never like to take serious pictures.
Yeah, I mean, neither.
I know.
Cause okay, I hate people who are like, oh, do you have a really good picture of yourself?
Do you have a headshot?
Yeah, no, cause it's like you're trying to look cool,
and you don't
but
look
you
good.
don't really look cool.
Yeah. It's only when you are cool.
Exactly. Like, I don't try.
Nobody's cool. Okay, let's be honest. Nobody's cool.
Yeah.
There's not been a single person who has existed who is cool besides Frozone.
Frozen.
And that boy dead.
Nah. Oh, look at that.
I mean, you gotta think about it. Like, nobody is truly cool. Like, cool is not a term to describe somebody, really. It's a term. Oh, well, I guess it is, but only at a certain moment. I don't find cool as a term to describe people always. I don't think somebody's objectively cool, and I don't think somebody's objectively lame. I think somebody can be cool at a given moment, and I think somebody can be lame at a given moment. It's not really a word to describe people entirely.
Yeah.
Like, if you go up to somebody and you're like, look at Rodriguez. Rodriguez is so cool. I mean, maybe at that moment, and then he could be crying at his mother's funeral, and then he looks sad.
That's just normal feelings, Jack. That's not
like a comparison.
Jack, someone dying isn't...
Obviously, I'm joking, but at, like, one moment somebody can be called cool, and then another moment they can be called
not
dumb, lame, or stupid. Like, it's not that nobody can be objectively one thing. We're all different things.
Yeah.
We're all different specimens. I sent the picture I want you to use, by the way, Sebastian.
But you look so serious.
I think it looks so... And?
You look out of...
I don't like that picture.
You look out of
yeah,
place.
I
look
do
kinda,
too. It
look
looks
kinda
out
like,
of place. That's the point. I don't want to use the one that you already...
But it's so... It's
like,
sad,
have it,
boy.
like, yeah, but take
but
it out.
I took my time making your hair look good.
I take it out.
Nah, fine.
Okay.
Here,
But,
let me fix this picture.
Honestly, we need to go to the next phase. We gotta, like, just change my face back, and then no more changing faces.
Okay.
Here, hold
Okay.
on.
Okay. Give me a second.
I'm the only person this entire project who hasn't wanted my face changed, and you've managed to change it.
There you go. Change it to that.
The what?
Frick you.
The what?
Actually, that won't work, because it's too much of a close-up.
Yeah. Actually, I could probably figure out a way to make it work.
Don't
Figure out a way? Wait, give me a sec.
Don't figure out a way. Just use the one I sent.
I'm gonna be honest right here. I have no idea what we're doing anymore. It's kind of funny.
You wanna use a good pic for Andy? This is a good one for Andy.
Send a good
Shiva.
picture of me.
This one's a good picture of Andy and Shiva.
I was like, I think I was 8 in that picture. Hold on, let me check.
Okay, yeah, I brought up, by the way, for context, since we're still on a podcast.
Hey, mates.
And nobody gets this gag.
Oh, yeah, also, I'm leaving in 5, by the way.
In 5?
Not very
Okay.
cash money.
Make sure you change my face back.
Fine, I'll change your face back. I'm fixing something really quick, so everything looks natural, you know?
We still got 20 minutes to go on the podcast, though.
20 minutes. Yeah, you guys can talk it out while I go look at some...
So, Andy, like dick and balls.
Nah.
No, I'm into cock and ball torture though.
Ooh, CBT.
I just love the feeling of a rock just slamming on my shaft, and I love seeing the blood spear out, and the same blood that speared out on the rock.
No.
As the
have
person who
PTSD.
smashed,
I have PTSD.
as the person who
I have
smashed
PTSD.
my cock with the
You
rock,
have given me
just licked the
PTSD.
blood.
I am very, very unhappy with this conclusion that you have reached, and it has given me PTSD and terminal
I
AIDS.
feel very uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
I mean, honestly,
you guys
though,
asked
if I'm gonna
if
be-
I'm into that, I'm giving you my.
If I'm gonna be completely truthful with anything, I am really happy to finally be doing a podcast that I managed to stick to. Because if you haven't noticed, I've done podcasts in the past, and none of them I've managed to stick to. I want this one to go on for a while. You know what I mean?
For how long?
As many episodes as we can.
Yeah.
I want to get this out every Wednesday. That's the thing. So, please change my face back, do the cartoonification, and then send me the banner to change.
Okay. I'm trying to do that right now.
I'm going to be working on the audio editing, so make sure all of you put your audio on a Google Drive once you finish.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, by the way,
this is going to be my first
in that
time.
picture with me and Shiva, I was actually 11, apparently.
Midget.
I was like, I think I was like 4'11". I wasn't that tall.
But, what's it called? And, Sebastian. Actually, you don't need to do that. I was going to ask you, once you're done with the channel banner, to edit, our faces over pictures of dogs playing poker. But then, maybe not. Maybe every image that matters for the actual podcast, I'll put over it. Or maybe some, like, weird images. Like how the Solitary Confinement podcast used to make their cards themed around stuff that was involved in the episode.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I was a pretty big fan of that podcast. I don't know why Shiva wanted to get an excessive amount of members. Like, just 3 members is pretty chill. 4 members is going to be nice, too. Personally, I don't like it when I'm in a recording group of over 5. 5 is the cap for me. Once I get over 5, Christ, man, it's just chaos.
I like it.
I can't hear myself think.
I like to hear.
Of course, like, sometimes it is better to have a group of over 5. You just need a group that knows how to shut their mouth. I don't know how to shut my mouth, though. I mean, good reference is my Gmod, is my Scuff Gmod video, which Andy was actually in. Same with Crazy, same with Voltrix.
I love that video. It was like,
that was such a good video. But in that video, it was a lot of people, but it was able to be kept organized barely. When all of us when Crazy was, like, trying to get everybody to at least do some good, like, ideas. Like, that Simon Says bit took us a while to actually set up because nobody would play Simon Says.
Yeah, no, I went on the roof and I sniped Emmy.
I haven't talked to Emmy in a while.
I miss him. He was cool. He was the guy who kept saying Chief Andy.
It was Chief Andy.
Chief Andy.
The last time I played with those guys, actually, was when a new video, I'm not sure, it's not going to come out before this podcast goes live, because this is going live Wednesday. But, watch out for a Deceits video in the future, because me, Shiva, Crazy, Essential, Jason, and Clixton all recorded a Deceit video that I think actually will turn out pretty good.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm honestly sad. Wait, was that one was when, like, I said I'm gonna not do any, like I said I was doing schoolwork, right?
No, we didn't ask you to be in that one.
Okay.
I'm very confused.
Damn.
We didn't message you because you had been clogged with schoolwork.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Wait.
I've been doing some actual solo stuff. Like, the next video that's going live, the video at this time that should be going live, should come out Saturday when we're filming this, is my funny Gmod video. And that one was really fun, but that was a dual commentary with me and Cog. I haven't talked to Cog in a while, actually. I think he's doing some stuff with school.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, I've actually recorded some solo stuff. I did a Calm Down Stalin video, which was really good. I did a Resident Evil 2 video, or a Resident Evil video, which I'm actually really proud of. That game is so confusing and so unscary, it's not even funny. So I had to, like, make sure that comes out right. And I did a Russia Battlegrounds video. That was really good.
Okay, the Russia Battlegrounds kind of scared me because it pretty much has the same description as PUBG.
It's not at all like PUBG. I play PUBG. It's not at all. I want to have somebody to play PUBG with. You know who has PUBG?
Who has PUBG?
Stein. But I've been asking him to play with me. Every time he's like, I'm sorry, but I have a lot of league stuff. So I'm hoping we can actually have him on the podcast to talk about being a professional Overwatch player. I think that would be cool. I think that would be rather interesting.
Stein is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it would be cool to ask him questions about being a professional esports player. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I want to ask certain people about things.
I mean, this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the podcast, so.
I mean, this is the first episode. I gotta say, it's a pretty good goddamn episode. We talked about childhood stories, golf. I would have done without golf, but I thought it was moderately good. Speaking of that, what crazes have you gone through in your life? Right now, I do still collect retro video game stuff. I actually have my N64 on top of a CRT right next to me. Not even joking you. I was playing Conker's Bad Fur Day. Dude, that game is funny. Have you ever played Conker's Bad Fur Day?
No, I don't think so.
That game's hilarious. It came out on the N64 when, like, edgy kind of humor, like, what's it called? Cursing and all that wasn't regular in video games. So he came on, this, like, drunk squirrel, and would, like, shoot out F-bombs like you wouldn't believe. It was so funny. So it's just this little tiny squirrel, and he parodies so much. There's a Matrix section in it. There's literally a section where you get by it by throwing up on people because you're that drunk. That's Conker's power. If he gets so drunk, then he'll throw up on people.
One of my phases was, I think, it was Super Mario. Definitely Super Mario. Nintendo.
Yeah, I went down with Mario. Has been like the latest one. I still find Nintendo to be, out of all of the video game companies right now, the most fun. I mean, Sony is so paranoid with good graphics and all of this. They seem so businessy, and that their point is no longer to have fun, but to be professional.
Yeah.
Nintendo seems to have kept that fun in it, while still having stuff that is professional. I mean, they still have some pretty serious games. The Metroid games were really, really good and really serious. But Sony, it feels like they don't have any of that fun games in them. I mean, Crash Bandicoot is no longer even owned by Sony, and the last game we had was great. But we don't have enough Crash Bandicoots. I think they're working on another one that was really fun, but I can't remember. But mostly, you see, like, these serious titles, like
TBT?
The Last of Us and God of War. And I mean, I love both of those games. I love the Sony games, but still, it gets kind of boring at one point. You need to spice things up. You need to add in variety. Yeah. You can't just only have those gritty games. You need to have those fun, outgoing, just straight up good games.
What are we talking about?
I mean, that's why Doom Eternal was so good. Personally, I know some people who played through Doom 2016 and are playing through Doom Eternal. One of my friends, who I actually want to have on the podcast as well, he played through Doom 2016. He apparently loved it, because Doom 2016 doesn't have a story. It looks gritty, but Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal are just straight up fun. There's no crap. You don't have to wait. You don't have to listen to some odd story, and there's no overcomplicated mechanics. You shoot and go. It's like, imagine COD, except in a different way.
Yeah.
It's just a fun shooter.
Yeah. Okay.
Straight up. And while there are some great shooters that are still, like, I would still say are and can be fun, they take themselves a little bit too seriously. And of course we need those serious shooters, but we don't need every company trying to make those serious shooters. For instance, the Tom Clancy series of games. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege is straight up fun, and that's of course a multiplayer experience. I'm going to get into my problem with Siege though, pretty soon. But the big one that I'm going to bring up is Tom Clancy's, I have the game, Breakpoint. That game is so it's a good game, and it's so lively and free, but it seems so serious in some regards. Like, all the mechanics are so in it. It takes away from the normal just fun and gives you a Metal Gear Solid type of game. I feel like the Tom Clancy series of games have been too much of a Metal Gear Solid type game and have just been taking themselves too seriously. On some regards, yes, they are action novels. But at the end of the day, nobody comes to action novels usually for the story. They come for reading the action. Or, like, that's coming to an action movie for the plot. You come for that slam, that punch, those helicopters. Come for the explosions. You come for the straight up fun. And let me compare these two. The James Bond series and the... and Midway. Was it Midway? In my opinion, Midway took itself... While it was a historical piece, and I do give it that, in some regards, I feel like it could have been improved because it took itself so seriously, there wasn't room for fun.
It's a war,
there
mate.
wasn't... Yeah, I know, but... Still, like, some of the most down movies ever still had room for a good time. You got invested into American History X, but in reality, American History X left a lot of cracks just for fun. I mean, there was description and all that. It didn't take itself too seriously, so that way it seemed like it was just trying to be this gritty thing. Instead, it took itself just seriously enough so that way you could get so invested into the characters. But they didn't take it so seriously, so the characters didn't seem human. In Midway, the characters didn't seem human to me. They just seemed like generic soldier got shot and all that. While in other movies, you learn to love the characters. You learn all of their kinks and functions. There's so many ways where I feel like a character is open to everything. People have personalities in certain shows. For instance, you can take the worst character, Nurse Ratched from the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. She was heartless. She was a bad person. She was so unbearably horrible. I hated her. But in reality, the one thing that she had redeeming qualities. She just wanted order. Something that none of us can ever get. You can't have true order. And she tried to get true order. She was so obsessed with it. She never got it. And in turn hurt a lot of people because of it. But that's not her fault. She has a redeeming quality. She just wanted one thing and can never get it.
Yeah.
But she can't really... She still is bad enough so that way we can hate her. There's characters you love to hate, and then there's characters that you hate to hate.
Yeah.
I feel like Nurse Ratched you love to hate because of the fact that you know that she is, like, she has redeeming qualities and she can redeem. She just won't go to the point. So you love to hate her, so hopefully someday she will. Professor Snape from the Harry Potter series. I'm not a Harry Potter head. I'm not anything like it. But Professor Snape was a character my mom hated throughout the entire series. And when I watched it, at one point I was like, the guy's not that bad. He was in love with somebody who fell for somebody else, and it's sad. But he still would do anything for her. He might be cynical, and he might be, frankly, pretty mean. But Professor Snape has redeeming qualities in the fact that he just wanted to have this one girl, and he'll do anything to keep her happy or her legacy happy. So although he's mean to Harry Potter, he protects him. He protects him because he still loves his wife. I love to hate Snape because of the fact that I know deep down he's got a heart, and he can show it in certain ways. So when you really hate him, that's when you're really fired up, and then you feel so good once he does something good. First movie, there was that scene where some guy was trying to mess up Harry Potter. Snape was protecting Harry Potter by reversing the other guy and setting his tail on fire. It was so... it's like that. That's my opinion on it. I don't know what your guys' comment is. I talked for a while now that I realize, and you guys can go.
Wait, did you check out the new banner?
Oh, is it the Stalin one? I hate that one.
What Stalin one? Where'd you get Stalin from?
The second one's Stalin.
Oh, we're almost to an hour, by the way.
Yeah.
Great.
Hey, just put my face in normal
I
light.
know, fine. I'm gonna show you what you mean. Yeah.
I mean, just put in what you originally had of
This?
me. Yes.
So is this what everyone wants right now?
Don't mess with me. That's what I want you to convert into
Okay.
cartoon.
What about Andy? Andy, you like your picture?
I think Andy looks freaking hilarious.
Is it?
Give me a sec.
It's the picture of you
Oh, wait, hold
praying.
on. Yes, I love it. I really don't care.
Fun
I don't
fact:
care.
all of us
Boys, you gotta go.
besides Sebastian, all of us besides Sebastian, I'm pretty sure are atheists. And as a joke, Andy put on like a white coat and started acting like he was praying to God. It was so funny.
Boys, I gotta go.
That was when you were doing your dishes, right? Okay, Sebastian, stop recording and send me the audio on a Google Drive and send me the link to the Google Drive. I'll download it and I'll get to
Okay,
work.
Mr. Boomer, I'll do it.
All right.
But
So how do we end the podcast? How do we end the podcast? What do we say?
Well, how far forward are we? We have 3 minutes left till the full hour. I feel like we should get rid of those 3 minutes and do a. Oh, I wanted to tell him.
So that was.
Let's
that
just
my
say
watch.
this
It
was
rings
the
at
first-
11:56 every day.
Let's just say this is the start of something really good.
Probably.
I'm gonna say, because I'm really hyped to do this podcast, and this first one I think went pretty well.
I think it went pretty well as well.
I think we told some good stories, shared some good opinions. Personally, I'm pretty happy with it, and I think that besides the intro, we did pretty well.
Yeah.
And that middle bit where Sebastian was messing with us with the channel art, and yet none of the people will understand that.
Well, we could share the. Actually, no, but this is going on SoundCloud, right?
This is also going on SoundCloud, yeah. I'm just gonna put like a still image or something. I don't know. I play a lot of solitaire, but I'm not gonna do that in case I get called the solitary confinement knockoff.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish Shiva could have made it, because that would have possibly made the podcast better. Have him share some of his experience. Hopefully next time he does. I want the next podcast for us to have a guest on. That would be really good. I need to think about who I should call to get a guest. I would love to have Stein. I would love to have 8. I would love to have Essential. There's a lot of people I would like to have on as guests. So I'm going to ask one of them and try and get them to free up a schedule for next Saturday.
Ooh, wait. If this podcast does get a little bit of a following, I do want to talk about a Minecraft server right now.
We're ending the podcast. That's it. See ya.
Hey.
See ya. That's it.